Today, I want to talk to you about the idea of success and what I think in society nowadays is a major misconception on the idea of success and how we should all strive for a particular type of success rather than really looking at overall what success means to our lives and the lives of the people around us that love us. Success is a concept that carries different meanings for different people. But it's easy to fall into the trap of associating success solely with financial gain. There's a common misconception that to be successful, you should be wealthy. But I really believe that real success is far more nuanced than just money. Because really, true success encompasses various aspects of life, many aspects of life. And I think it's really about finding fulfillment in what you do daily and enjoying life's journey. It's the peace of mind that comes from knowing you're living in alignment with your values and purpose. I think for many, finding what that purpose is may be the greatest challenge, but once you find it, it really drives your success. So success can be the love and respect of your family and friends, and the personal growth you achieve or the impact that you have on others. Of course, it would be foolish and naive of me to say that financial stability doesn't play a role in allowing us certain freedoms and opportunities, but it shouldn't be mistaken as the sole indicator of our success. Wealth without purpose or happiness is just emptiness. Who are you going to share your life with? Who are you going to share time and opportunity and laughter and joy and even sorrow with if you're sole focus is just making more dollars? And I know it's hard in capitalism to not be consumed by the idea that you just need to have a lot of money. But honestly, I can say through my life and through my career that striving for freedom, striving to do something that I love to do, to make money, to be able to pay my bills and more, is my idea of success, as opposed to just having money for the sake of money, like having more and more money and amassing it. There are billionaires in the United States that the amount of money that they have can pay to feed the population of certain countries that don't have any food. What is the purpose of having that amount of money? So we have to step back and evaluate, what do we want out of our lives? I think that you'll see that people around you, when they see that you carry yourself through life with joy and love and kindness and patience and some of these virtues, that they'll look at you and think that you are successful. They will feel that you are successful, not because you went, oh, I just went and bought this Mercedes that I can't really afford, and it could very well get repossessed in 8 months if I lose my job. So, there's people that I run into that have amazing cars, amazing houses, but they don't have $1,000 in savings. We'll talk about the financial aspect of success in a moment, because there is a financial aspect of success. It's just not amassing wealth. So I challenge you to redefine what the essential metrics of success are to you. If you redefine what success means to you and you start to focus on the things that really matter and actually have a healthy plan, a healthy financial plan, you're going to find that you're not spending and spending towards future stress, essentially. We don't need to be focusing just on the wealth we accumulate, but the richness of our lives and our experiences and the joy that we share with others. So let's talk about success as a comprehensive personal achievement. And it should integrate mind, body, and spirit rather than just the depth of our pocket or the size of a bank account. I have a plethora of friends from different walks of life, of different economic statuses, and I would say that most of them have more money than I do, but most of them don't have as much freedom as I do. I travel when I want to travel. I always fulfill projects for clients. I've never had a problem paying my bills. My mortgage is nearly paid off. It's a beautiful house. It's a 4-bedroom house that's almost paid off, and I live in with just my son soon. I'm going to travel to England to see my parents. I love to spend time with my parents. And I'm aware that I don't know how much life they have left. So I have the richness to make this choice to say, I'm going to go to England and see the people I love. And while I'm there, I think I'm probably going to look at trying to find a property in England so I can spend more time in England without having to stay with my parents, because they do occasionally drive me crazy, even though I love them. So lastly, let's just go back a second. I did talk about that finances are important in success, but that it's not the be all and end all to have a massive bank account and share your life without love and joy and time and freedom. But the thing that I've noticed that most people seem to miss, and perhaps it's not a very good investing tactic, but is a very good freedom tactic, is to live a life to get to zero as quickly as possible. Now that sounds a little odd, but let me elaborate. What I mean by that is have no debt. So don't have a car payment, don't have a mortgage payment, but have a car and a house, a nice one, and have some money in the bank, and then start to accumulate savings so that you can afford wonderful vacations, so that you can afford the freedom to do things when you want, so that you can afford to tell your boss to go to hell if he's just an a-hole and you hate your job. Too many people get into the rat race. They take on a position that they don't like. They have a crappy manager. They have a crappy boss. They take stress home to the family. So I'm not going to go into it in too much depth in this particular video, but I've got some suggestions about how you can start looking at turning the tide and moving towards having zero debt and a great deal of freedom. I'll give you one tip that has always stuck out in my mind about my choices since I moved to America. I moved to America in '99, went through various challenges and difficulties, and I was homesick. I came to this conclusion, I think relatively young in my life, because I was in my early 20s, that happiness wasn't a guarantee or something that anybody was going to give me. Happiness was my choice. And by coming to that conclusion, I started to make changes in my life and build a plan in my life to find ways to find freedom and find happiness. And one of the first ways I did that was to reevaluate how I was going to pay my bills and to do something that I loved to do on a daily basis that wasn't a grind and wasn't for a boss that was an a-hole, and to essentially take back some control of my life myself. So thank you very much for your time. I hope that there's a little bit of wisdom in what I've had to say today. And I'm going to do more videos like this that will complement my other videos, really more business oriented, about changes that we can make in our lives to truly succeed, to be free and full of joy as much as possible. I'm not saying always, but some of the time would be good, wouldn't it? Ta-ta for now.